Vinicius on the radar of Saudi clubs with a €1 billion offer. Reports have revealed that Brazilian winger Vinicius Jr. of Real Madrid has caught the attention of Saudi Pro League clubs, who are considering signing him during the upcoming summer transfer window. The reports further state that negotiations between Real Madrid and Vinicius for a contract renewal until the 2027 season have encountered some difficulties, with the main point of contention being the player's annual salary. The reports also indicate that Saudi clubs are waiting to see the outcome of the renewal talks with the Brazilian player. If the negotiations between the Royal Club and the player fail, the Saudi clubs are ready to make an enticing offer, potentially reaching €1 billion over 5 years, with the possibility of increasing the offer. The reports confirm that Saudi clubs have shifted their strategy to attract players under 25 from top European clubs to enhance the position of the Saudi Pro League globally. The goal is for the league to become one of the top 5 major leagues in the world. Previously, Saudi clubs had focused on signing players over the age of 30, such as Ronaldo, Neymar, Sadio Mane, and Riyad Mahrez. However, this strategy no longer seems to be sufficient to elevate the Saudi League's global ranking, given the large sums of money spent over the last 2 seasons. Saudi clubs are also waiting for the outcome of Mohamed Salah's negotiations with Liverpool. Al Hilal Saudi FC has presented a lucrative offer for Salah's transfer to the Saudi League, with the possibility of participating in the FIFA Club World Cup in the United States. The offer amounts to €200 million annually, which Salah is considering seriously. However, the Egyptian star prefers to renew his contract with Liverpool for another 3 years at the same salary he currently receives. Real Madrid completed their first training session on Friday ahead of their match against Girona, which will take place tomorrow, Sunday, in the 25th round of La Liga. Carlo Ancelotti, Real Madrid's coach, focused during the session on helping the key players recover their fitness after their involvement in eliminating Manchester City from the Champions League last Wednesday in the round of 16. The match against Girona is important for the Royal Club, which has only been able to add 2 points to their tally in the last 3 rounds, allowing Barcelona to share the top spot with them on equal points. However, the Catalan rivals have the advantage due to their 4-0 victory in the first El Clásico of the season. Real Madrid must continue their impressive European form with their wins over City in both legs, 2-3 and 3-0, as they aim to perform well in La Liga. Meanwhile, Lucas Vázquez, a Real Madrid player, has fully recovered from the muscle injury he sustained to his left leg during the match against Atletico Madrid on February 8th. The right-back, who was included in the squad against City but did not participate in the match, completed the full training session on Friday. With this, Real Madrid's squad is nearly complete, except for the long-term injuries of Dani Carvajal and Eder Militão. The players had a rest day on Friday after their victory over City, while those who had participated less in recent matches trained more intensely in preparation for the Girona game. Jude Bellingham will miss the match after his red card against Osasuna, and Real Madrid's appeal against the red card was rejected due to disrespect towards the match referee, José Luis Munuera Montero. Ancelotti's press conference before Real Madrid's match against Girona and his comments on the Atletico Madrid encounter. Real Madrid will face Girona tomorrow, Sunday, February 23, 2025, in the 25th round of La Liga. Real Madrid currently occupies second place in the Spanish league with 51 points, while Girona is in 11th place with 31 points. Ancelotti's press conference before the Real Madrid versus Girona match. How do you view the Girona match? It's an important moment in the season. We have to replicate our good performance against City. You cannot afford to fail because the league is extremely competitive, and every match is crucial for finishing the competition in a good position. What do you think about the team's situation in La Liga? We've had some bad luck in this regard. We've played well in the last 3 games, and we must continue in this manner. If you play well and maintain a good mentality, the result will reward you. What do you think about the Champions League draw and the upcoming match against Atletico Madrid? It's always difficult to play against Atletico. It's a fantastic match, and the last 2 encounters ended in a draw, which means both teams are of similar quality. What is your opinion on Atletico Madrid's tweets about the draw? I'm having difficulty understanding the meaning of the tweet, But honestly, I don't really care about these things. Is it difficult to convince Valverde to rest in the upcoming period? No, he played because he was performing very well. If he faces any issues or needs rest, he has no problem staying on the bench. It's also possible that he will rest tomorrow. Are there any updates regarding Bellingham's suspension and the club's appeal? We must respect the decision, but the club will appeal in an attempt to reduce the 2-match suspension. Another player will participate tomorrow. How do you feel about the club at the moment, and are you thinking about your future? I feel a great deal of appreciation from my club, my players, and my fans. For me, this is more than enough. I can't please everyone. Some will be happy with my work and others won't. Do you think the league is unfair? I stand by my opinion. I want the competition to be as fair as possible. It's difficult to find a league as competitive as La Liga. In Italy and England, there aren't many teams at the top. In Spain, there are 3 teams competing until the end. As I said before, the league will be decided in the last match. Is Ceballos or any other player facing an injury? Ceballos is in excellent condition, and there are no issues with him. All the players are fine. Of course, in the next few days, I'll assess who needs rest. Tomorrow, Alaba might be an option to play after a long time. What about the potential negative impact of all the praise he's been receiving recently? I haven't spoken to him about this. His behavior hasn't changed since he arrived and played with Castilla. He doesn't talk much, and he's very focused on his work. We talk to him to try to improve him, as we do with all the young players. He has some weaknesses that he's gradually working on, but what stands out most is his mentality and focus, which allowed him to win very tough matches. Rodri speaks after Manchester City's exit from the UEFA Champions League. A painful night, one of the toughest moments of my career. I can't find the right words to describe how I feel right now. This is one of the toughest nights of my football career, and possibly the toughest ever since I joined Manchester City. To exit the Champions League in this way, after being so close to achieving something special, is heartbreaking. What makes it even harder is that I had to watch everything from the stands. I experienced every moment, felt every pass, every battle, every missed chance, but I couldn't be on the pitch to help my teammates. It's a feeling of helplessness that I've never experienced before, and that makes this loss even more painful for me. Our preparations were strong, but the details made the difference. We prepared for this match with everything we had. We worked for days, studied Real Madrid in every detail, knowing they're a strong team with a rich history in this competition. They're a team that punishes you if you give them the slightest chance. But we were confident. We believed in ourselves and in our ability to advance, especially after our performance in the first leg. Winning 3-2 at home was good, but it wasn't enough, and we knew we needed a perfect match at the Santiago Bernabeu to progress. The first few minutes of the game were balanced. We controlled the ball, tried to impose our usual style, didn't give them much space. But sometimes in these kinds of games, possession alone isn't enough. Real Madrid knows how to play under pressure. They know how to exploit half chances, and that's exactly what happened. The first goal came early, and that was probably the turning point in the match. It disrupted our plans and made things more complicated for us. Mbappe's goal. The moment we felt real danger. We were still in the game, trying to bounce back, but after about half an hour came the goal that I can say almost sealed the tie. A quick counterattack, a pass from Rodrigo to Mbappe, and there he was. Kylian dribbling past Gvardiol in a way that made him fall, and then calmly finishing it into the net. At that moment, I felt the game was slipping away from us. Not because we had lost hope, but because we were facing an opponent who knows exactly how to finish a game when given the right opportunity. I saw the eyes of my teammates after that goal. There was clear disappointment, but we didn't give up. We tried to fight back, tried to press, tried to create chances, but we came up against a strong, organized defense. Real Madrid knows how to manage these moments, and that's one of their biggest strengths. When the third goal came, we knew the task had become almost impossible. The pain intensifies when you're not on the pitch. What makes this night even more painful for me is that I wasn't on the pitch. I know football is full of tough moments, but the hardest thing for any player is being off the pitch in such a big game. I was shouting from the stands, watching every pass, every tackle, Every missed chance, wishing I could be there fighting alongside my teammates, trying to regain control, trying to stop those goals, trying to give everything for the team. But the injury kept me from doing that. And it's such a painful feeling. I had imagined different scenarios for this game all week. I imagined myself in the middle of the pitch, controlling the tempo, intercepting balls, helping to build attacks, but instead, I was sitting there, watching, unable to do anything. Football can be harsh sometimes, and today is one of those days I won't easily forget. We are Manchester City, and we will come back stronger. Yes, we're out of the Champions League, and yes, this loss hurts, but we are Manchester City, and we don't give up. We've been through tough moments before, and we've overcome them, and we will do it again. The season isn't over, we still have a lot to play for. The Premier League is still within our reach, and there are other trophies we need to fight for. It's true that the Champions League was one of our main goals this season, but football doesn't always give you what you want. Sometimes you fall, but what matters is how quickly you get up. I want to thank the City fans who were with us in Madrid, who traveled to support the team. We felt your presence, we felt your love, and we know that we let you down tonight. But this is not the end. We owe it to you, and we will come back stronger than ever. Now we have to lift our heads, analyze our mistakes, learn from this experience, and move forward. We have a great coach. We have a team full of exceptional players, and we will return to the Champions League next season with a stronger mentality, a bigger spirit, and an unlimited desire to win the title again. This loss will hurt for a while, but it will also drive us to come back stronger in the future. Manchester City is not finished here. We are at the beginning of a new phase, and you will see that in the days to